Happy Thursday. Hope that you guys are doing amazing. Hey everyone. Hope everybody's doing good. Okay. Hey. Yes, thank you for the likes. Thank you, T Baby, for the likes. Okay. Hey everyone. Hey Ebony. Hey. Hope that you're doing amazing. Hope everybody's doing good. Yes, today we're gonna have a great discussion. Hey Star. Now, let me just say this before we get started. This conversation is not for the really sensitive people. Okay, women, when we come back tomorrow, this conversation is gonna be very informative, but I'm gonna be spilling out a lot of truths. Some of them may be a little hard, but that's okay, okay? So we're really gonna go there today, okay? So if you're really sensitive, if you're struggling with mental health, you may not wanna be on this live. Just warning, okay? You guys know I'm very straightforward, I'm to the point, straight shooter, and I'm definitely gonna be in this conversation, okay? So make sure you guys are liking the live. We're gonna talk about fibroids and relationships today, okay? Fibroids and relationships today, very important conversation. Fibroids and relationships, because here's the thing, right? You guys know I've talked about fibroids all the time, right? But we don't hear from it when it comes to relationships. This is very important. This is very important. A lot of you don't understand that you have fibroids due to some of your relationships. Okay, so we're gonna break that down. I have a lot to discuss today. This is may hurt some feelings. I may get unfollowed by some people today, but that's okay. Okay, but yeah, but this is gonna be the truth. Okay, research and everything. All right, and also my experience as being a holistic womb specialist. You know, working with clients for years now. Okay, so let's tap on the screen. Get more let's get more people in here. Let's like the video. All right, let's get the likes up to 1,000 if we can. All right, and for those of you that are watching me for the first time, hi and welcome. Hi, welcome to the ones that are returning. So happy to have you guys here. If you're watching me for the first time, definitely put a 1 in the chat, okay? Make sure you guys are following me, but I'm a holistic womb specialist. My name is Sasha, and what I do is I help women who have fibroids, who have endometriosis, PCOS, infertility issues. I help them get to the root cause of that, the root cause of the issue, and to heal the issue from the roots, okay? When you address your reproductive health issues from the root cause, this is how we can really heal, okay? We can also, uncover layers that, there's more reasons there's so many deeper reasons of why you got fibroids, of why you got, endometriosis and PCOS, okay? So that's what I really address, right? There's spiritual, there's energetic reasons for that, and there's physical reasons for that as well as emotional reasons for that, okay? So hi, Melissa, welcome, happy to have you here, okay? So hey, everyone that's watching me for the first time. Let's get the likes up. All I have to do is tap on the screen, okay? I want more women to be in the room as we get started on this conversation, because again, it's an important conversation. Let's get the likes up to 1,000 if we can. All you have to do, guys, is tap on the screen to like the video. That's it, okay? It is free. Thank you, Supposed T. Thank you, and hi. Thank you so much for liking. Okay, so let's talk about it. Fibroids in relationships. We're gonna talk about it on different levels, okay? So first, I want to say that when you have fibroids, this is for most women. If this doesn't resonate, that's fine. But when you have fibroids, okay, there's emotional reasons for fibroids. It's not just abnormal growths physically; it's also emotionally, right? So these growths also represent a lot of trauma, right? A lot of things that happened in our past, a lot of emotional issues, emotional suppression things that we have been suppressing. So when it comes to fibroids, a lot of women that have fibroids, they're nursing hurts from a partner. It could be a current partner, or it could be an ex, right? Somebody that was in your life that really, you took a blow to the ego, right? Fibroids represent feminine unhappiness, okay? You may not even realize that you have been operating this way energetically. Because we try to suppress things, and a lot of women that have fibroids, emotional suppression, but at the same time, inability to let go, okay? So you see how that works? Yes, I agree. I have to let go my ex because he didn't understand. He doesn't understand. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. This is gonna be a really informative live. But a lot of women, right? And there's some women too. They're in happy relationships, but they can't let go of that ex that really did them wrong, that narcissistic ex or whatever, right? That really did them wrong. It's still, that trauma they experienced in that relationship is still there, and they have not released that and let that go, okay? And then we have, on the other side, we have women that are still in these toxic relationships. That's another thing too, okay? So yes, and make sure, let's get the likes up to 1,000, y'all. We're almost there. Let's get it to 1,000. Our goal today is 10,000, okay? I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of stuff during this live. And also, I'll be doing Q&A on fibroids as well, but more so towards the end. But when it comes to toxic relationships, right, where you know you're not being treated right, you're fighting all the time, you're still with that person because, let's be honest, this is low self-worth, right? And fibroids do represent, a lot of times, a lot of women that have fibroids, this low self-worth. We don't really, because if you thought highly of yourself, you'll be eating right, you'll be taking care of your body, right? You'll be taking care of yourself. And when you have fibroids, we know that we're not taking care of ourselves, right? Whether it's your diet, whether it's your, your emotions. Maybe it's you're overworking yourself, or you're a people pleaser, right? Or you're in a career that you hate, right? You let people pretty much, stomp all over you, right? You have no backbone. Like these are different things that women that have fibroids suffer through, right? So we're dealing with low self-worth when there's fibroids. So here's the thing, right? This is, again, that's why I say when you have fibroids, it's not always a curse, okay? It could be also a blessing, because that could be your breakthrough to really change your life. That could be your breakthrough to change your life, okay? So when I say toxic relationships, I mean that for example, you're not being treated right, and this could be marriage too. Marriage is not exempt, okay? You're married to somebody does not treat you the way and women know, right? Doesn't treat you right. There's a difference between that and we're just having issues, right? Regular couple issues, right? You guys know the difference. You're being tolerated. You're not his preference. That's another thing too. Okay, and we know the difference between a man is just tolerating you. He can be married to you, still just be tolerating you, but that you're not really his, his type or his preference, or you know how a man treats you when they really really love you, like you're his type. It's a difference between that and okay, she just fulfills this role as my wife, and it's not, there's a difference. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, okay? And I know this is gonna be triggering for some people. This is gonna be triggering for some. Not everybody's gonna be able to handle this conversation, but the ones that are here, listen, okay? You guys are gonna learn a lot. So it's really important that you understand that when it comes to fibroids, right, there's emotional reasons. And this is the layer that nobody wants to address, because it's easier just to say, okay, just tell me what I have to do. But nobody wants to address the emotional portion of fibroids, right? So this is really important. So when you have fibroids, right, when you're dealing with these toxic relationships, I always say toxic relationships creates toxicity in the body. Toxic relationships creates toxicity in the body. Thank you so much for following me. Yes, make sure you guys are following me, okay, because I talk about fibroids all the time. I think this is the first time I'm really addressing it fully in a live about the relationship side of fibroids, okay? And we're also going to talk about how fibroids affects relationships as well, and marriages, because they do. When we're dealing with these issues, these reproductive health issues, they do take a toll on, they can really take a toll on marriage and relationships. And even if you're single, you need to hear this as well, okay? So let's like the live, tap on the screen, let's like the live. Let's get the likes up. Our goal today is 10,000, okay? 10,000 likes, all right? If you guys are enjoying the video, share it. Thank you so much, Ursula, for sharing the video, like the live. But yes, so when it comes to fibroids, right? When it comes to low self-worth, fibroids is letting you know, listen, there's changes that you have to make in your life. There's changes. So it's, from what you eat to you actually taking care of your body, taking care of yourself, right? To you having boundaries and having people in your life that actually love you and adore you, right? So 9 times out of 10, when we're dealing with fibroids, again, we're settling for a life that we don't even like. We're hanging on and settling for a life that we don't even like, a career that we don't even like, a man that we don't even really like, or that we know doesn't really like us like that, right? So there's a lot of settling going on because, again, low self-worth, inability to let go. That's fibroids, whether it's of emotions or, of people, like inability to let go. You're holding on because there's fear there, okay? Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. There's a lot of fear there, right? And there's low self-worth, okay? So I mentioned being tolerated, not preferred. That's another thing. Hopefully you guys put a 1 in the chat if you understand the difference between when a man is just tolerating you or when you're really his preference. Put a 1 in the chat. And shout out to Connie, because she's really the one that really broke that down. Connie Comer on Facebook, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys know what I'm talking about, because there's a difference. We know, and even for the single women, we know for the exes that really we were their type. They adored us. They loved us to death. And we know the exes that they was just really tolerating us. It wasn't real, we know whether it was an ex-husband or ex-fiance, or we know the difference as women. We know that even if we try to lie to ourselves inside, We know, and our subconscious mind also knows, okay? So we can lie to ourselves all we want to in order for us to stay, but listen, we know. So here's the thing, right? There was a study done 2017, okay, that 84.4% of women that were mothers, black mothers, were breadwinners. So let me be fair. They're either the primary breadwinners, the co-breadwinners, and the sole breadwinners. And let me say this, right? And this is why I want to tie this into this conversation. Okay. Yeah, I used to be a people pleaser. Now I stop. I give all the love to myself. I love that. I love that simplicity and everyone around. I love that. When you give your love to yourself, other people will give you love as well. A lot of us, we don't even keep the promises that we make to ourselves, but we want and how you treat yourself is how other people will treat you. Trust me. How you treat, so if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not taking care of your body, other people will treat you the same way as well. How you love yourself is how other people will love you, okay? That's very, very important, okay? We'll do questions later, okay? Like that's not related to the live later, okay? But yes, you can. So, 84.4% of black mothers, right? Whether they're married, single, whatever, right? They're the breadwinners. And this is why I want to tie this in, right? Because I feel like a lot of women, this is going to be a hard one, y'all. So just take a deep breath because I'm about to, this may be triggering for some people. I feel like a lot of women settle and this is society's fault too, but it's also to us. But they're settling for men that can't even take care of them. And I'm not saying that he has to be a multimillionaire, but I'm saying that if you know you're having this man's babies and you know that you're having a legacy for him, and he can't even take care of you when you're pregnant. He has you working when you're pregnant, okay? You're not only the breadwinner or co-breadwinner, but you're also having the one, you're the one cleaning, cleaning, cooking. You're the nurturer, which most women are doing. And a lot of people say, oh, it's teamwork. No, women are still doing the majority of the household tasks. Studies show that, right? But most women are breadwinners. And that's very sad. And I know I triggered some, I know that's triggering. I know people got off the live when I said that. That's fine. But it's not everybody wants to really hear the truth, because that's another thing as well. Because if you're overworking, that's another thing as well. And a lot of women are in that state, in that position where they're having to do everything, right? They're having to do, and this is again what worsens fibroids, what causes fibroids to develop. Okay, so it's really important that you guys understand that. Very, very important that you guys understand that. So even for the women that are single, when you're picking partners, to be smart. If he doesn't understand that, wait a minute, I'm a woman and I have a 28-day full menstrual cycle, right? And there's certain times where I require more rest than other times, right? So you have that support where you're not, being relied on for a lot of the financial support, right? For at least or most of it, right? Which is really important. Which is very, very important, right? Because as women, especially if you're gonna have babies, especially if you're going to actually, you want to be healthy, right? That women have to stop overworking themselves, and I feel like black women do it the most. Now, it's said that 62.4% of white mothers are also the co-breadwinners or main breadwinners or sole breadwinners, and for Latino women it's about 60.3%. Okay, so everybody is going up, right? These numbers. This is 2017, so I'm sure by now the numbers have went up, but it's even getting worse. Let's get the likes up. My older sister can't work, so her husband has to be the breadwinner in the marriage. Some situations are different. I understand that some situations are different. I totally understand that. In cases where some people can't work, that's a different situation. Now, in my case, maybe I'm just a little bit more old-fashioned or traditional minded. I feel like it's okay for the man to be a breadwinner, especially if, there's children involved, especially. I feel like that's fine, because I know some stay-at-home mothers and they're like, that's a full-time job. That's like equivalent to like 2 or 3 full-time jobs, right? That's equivalent to 2 to 3 full-time jobs, right? But then trying to be a mom and, a wife, and then having a full-time job yourself, and it's a lot, right? And a lot of women are doing this without support. And I feel like we're picking partners. Again, we're picking partners that require us to have to work a lot. This is another thing. This is the uncomfortable part, right? I get it. This is gonna may trigger some people, but sometimes when we're triggered, we can actually have an aha moment and be like, wait a minute, you know, maybe I should change up some things and adjust some things, right? So I'm not heavily being relied on for household help. Thank you so much, Bree, for liking the video. Thank you, Veronica, for liking the video. But it's really important, right? It's really, really important that you understand this. And I hopefully that didn't offend anybody, but I'm just trying to let you know, listen, when it comes to fibroids, really, if you're overworking, you're in a state where you're overworking yourself, you're stressed out, which a lot of women are, it's a huge issue, right? This is how women develop fibroids. This is how women have their fibroids worsen and grow. This is how women have bleeding issues, right? Due to all these issues, all these problems. So how can you be over here suffering from fibroids, you're bleeding half to death, but you're responsible for so much? Like, you know, how do you, like, and there's no support, there's no real support, right? You're the person that's taking care of the children. You're the person that's nurturing the children. You're the person that's cooking. You're the person that, you know, has a full-time job. Like, that's a lot on a woman. I don't care what nobody says. That's a lot. Thank you, Star. Thank you, Star. People look at me like I'm crazy when I say that. That's a lot. Who, like, I said that the young, I'm not signing up for that. I'm like, I need somebody that, you know, that's going to be the main provider, if not the only provider, because that's, to me, that's what I saw growing up. So that's, to me, that's how a marriage should be out. You know, I get it. People do marriage different ways, but I feel like if you're having children for a man and you still required to work throughout your pregnancy at, right, you know, 6 weeks after your pregnancy, to me, that's crazy. I don't care what nobody says. But anyway, so nursing or hurt, we have to definitely have to look at it from all angles, right? Yeah, look at it from all angles. Exactly. And some people, they're fine with being a breadwinner. That's fine. But you also understand that divorce rates go up as well as when women are the breadwinners for different reasons, right? Different reasons. But that, to me, we got to start requiring more from our men. We have to start requiring more from our men. A lot of women are like, well, I got it. And that's why men are kind of like laying back. I'm talking about, as like, not all men now. There's still men that's, you know, doing well from themselves, right? But a lot of men are also kind of leaning back because women have, you know, I got it. Are you going to have that energy your whole life? You may have it in your 20s, right? But are you still going to have it in your 30s, your 40s? That's not healthy. And you're not honoring your body. You're not honoring your hormones. This is why your hormones are out of balance, right? You're going against your natural hormonal system when you're always, you know, the way our hormones are set up as women, we cannot always be productive, put the same output of productivity every single day. We just can't. We will listen. This is why women are dealing with huge fibroids and looking pregnant. This is why. We're trying to work like men and we just can't. Their hormones are set up totally different. If you understand how our bodies work, you will understand that. You understand how the hormone system, the endocrine system for men and women, you will understand how, listen, women cannot be out here killing themselves. I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the reason we are stressed out, exactly. Women are stressed out and some women are in denial about that. Okay, some women are in denial about that. So I want to point it out. So when we're also, for women that are picking partners, listen, we have to do it in a smarter way, especially for women that are dealing with fibroids, or even if you're not dealing with fibroids. If you don't want fibroids, if you don't want these issues, we have to pick our partners a little bit smarter, okay? Somebody that understands, listen, I'm a woman and not trying to work me like a man, okay? That's beside the point. But here's the thing, right? So there's that, and there's also toxic relationships. A lot of people are in toxic relationships. They're in, I don't care if you're married, engaged, you know, single, or in a situationship or whatever, in a relationship, living with somebody. A lot of times, the toxicity of that, right, your health is a reflection of that. Think back. Some of you guys didn't even develop fibroids until you got with some guy that really took you like treated you like crap, right? Some of you guys did not, but you're still in that situation, or you're in another situation that's similar, okay? Because a lot of people talk to me behind the scenes. Or maybe you can't get over somebody that did treat you like crap. You're not with them right now. That's another thing as well. So when we have I'm not saying that you're not going to be sad, right, when certain things happen. I'm not saying that you're not going to have emotions, because we're women, we're going to have emotions. But here's the thing, right? When certain things happen, we have to understand how to release not only people, but also know how to process emotions and also release them as well. We cannot emotions are not there for you to hold on to. They're there to move through you. The same thing with some people. Some people are not there in your life forever, right? So a lot of women that have fibroids, they have this inability to let go. They have this inability to let go. If that's you, I want you to work on that. That's something I had to work on too. I'm a Scorpio. So I'm a Scorpio, right? So I have this inability. Listen, it's embedded in me, but I have learned because it will not only mess up your health, your mental health, your emotional well-being. You're trying to hold on to stuff that no longer serves you. Okay, I personally never been in that situation. Good. But I understand what you mean. I'm lucky. I'm married to a wonderful man. I love that, Veronica. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's amazing. I love that. And here's the thing for women that are listening to this, that listen, that your situation is not the best. We have to eat. I'm not telling you what to do, but we have to start making adjustments because your health is on the line here. And your health is on the line. There's women that's not even married to the guy and they still can't let him go. And that's crazy to me, right? That you're not even married to the guy. And he starts treating you right. Remember, you've been with him for years, right? And you have all these you got these health issues, you got these fibroids, this heavy bleeding when you were with him, right? Or there's sometimes, this is somebody that from our past, we broke up with him, they broke up with us or whatever the situation was last year or 2 years ago, and you still can't let him go. You still are letting the situation cause you depression and anxiety. That's sad. That's sad. Okay, it's just some comments were filtered. If you commented, I didn't see it, please comment again, because some TikTok does that sometimes. But it's really important that you understand this, okay? It's very important that you understand it when it comes to fibroids and relationships. And I'm gonna go different ways with this conversation, okay? And if you guys have questions, let me know for sure. But it's really important that you have to put yourself first and your healing first. I don't care if you're married, single, engaged. You still have to put your health first. You still have to put yourself first. Women should put themselves first. I'm not saying that, be an a-hole. I'm not saying not to do things for people. I'm not saying that, because I do things for people all the time. But I do for myself first. I do for myself first, okay? If I'm not okay, I can't do nothing for nobody. I have to tend to me first. I come first. I know women who are going through that and are having early menopause. Thank you. Early menopause at 45 are so stressed out. That's another thing. I'm so happy that you said that, Veronica, because I'm about to address that too. Knocking of your hold on, it's a lot. Hold on, I'm not understanding what you're saying, Ash. It's knocking of your pH, BV. It's a lot. That's another thing too. A lot of men are giving women BV. Exactly, I have to come first. You have to come first. And here's another thing too. A lot of women are experiencing, I tell you guys, if you are in your 40s and you have perimenopausal, whatever, menopause, that's early. That's early. That's not really real. That's a hormonal imbalance. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a hormonal imbalance. You have done that. And women that are having this early menopause, look at the divorce rate. A lot of times it's after or during that period, right? When because you're beginning to change. This is not really you. When your hormones are out of balance, you're not really yourself. Did you know that? You're not really you. Because get your hormones in balance, you're going to be a whole new person. Okay? You're going to be, no, let me not say a whole new person. You're going to be you, but the best version of you. When your hormones are out of balance, that's not you. That's not you. I'm telling you this right now. That's why you're so irritable. You got depression. You're anxious. You're always sad. You're always going off. Your mood changes like this. That's a hormonal imbalance. Yes, it's not normal. Some men don't understand what they are going through. Yes, some men don't understand because they don't understand. Women's bodies can be a little, for them, it's complex because their bodies are pretty simple, right? But I understand. I mean, of course, a lot of women don't even understand their bodies. Not to talk of men. A lot of women don't even understand their bodies. Most women don't, right? So we have to start again. That's why I do what I do too, so you can understand your bodies. You can understand your hormones. That's why I do what I do. You can understand the symptoms your body is showing you. Some women trust a test at a doctor's office, a hormone test, more than their own symptoms their body is showing them. They don't even know the quality of that test. Abuse causes my hormones, cortisol level is stressful. Yes. Listen, emotional abuse, any type of abuse, physical, whatever, mental abuse, that's again, your body's gonna be in fight or flight mode. Your body's in fight or flight mode when that's going on. So whether it's from a boss, whether it's from a relationship, your husband, boyfriend, whatever, right? Whether he's cheating, you stressed out, he's out here doing this and with that or whatever, you stressed out, you're in that state of, your body's in fight or flight mode, okay? Do you know when your cortisol levels are high? Do you know that your body can't even digest food correctly? And your progesterone levels go low. Your progesterone levels get lower as your cortisol goes up so your body's in this fight or flight mode. So guess what? Guess what's the main hormone that affects fibroids? Y'all think it's estrogen. It's really progesterone. Y'all think it's estrogen, but it's really progesterone. So when that progesterone starts lowering, that's why when you get in these stressful relationships, your fibroids, your periods go crazy. You bleed out, right? Your fibroids start growing. Yeah, a lot of women say, well, my fibroids didn't start growing until I got in this relationship. Yes. I didn't get fibroids or PCOS until I got in this relationship. Yeah. So what does that mean? Because a woman's health, always, I can tell a woman that's in a good marriage relationship or whatever, because there's a glow on her face, right? Her health she's in the best health, right? Doesn't matter what size she's in the best health ever. But you know, when the health is failing, you know there's deeper reasons for that, okay? This doesn't just come out of nowhere. I learned to advocate for myself, not just trust any doctors a long time ago. Love that, Veronica. That's what women need to do. There's so many women out here that's just been indoctrinated to the point where they're lost cause, okay? Can sexual assault caused by fibroids? Absolutely. Absolutely. However, right, it's the emotional trauma of that. So if we have not dealt with that, if we haven't gone through, well, I'm not going to say all therapists are great, right? If we haven't gone through good therapy for that, right? If we have not released that, then absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, that's one of the that's one of past abortions, past miscarriages, sexual assault, childhood trauma. These are all, again, things that lead to reproductive health issues, okay? Because we hold all that trauma in the womb space. And especially if you've been invaded, absolutely. Absolutely. My friend has very low cortisol levels, so to the point where she has adrenal insufficiency. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You see, and what is she doing for that? Is she and does she have any type of reproductive health issue? Like, what is she doing for that, right? She doesn't seem happy or healthy physically. I had a scan, decided the fibroids were 9 centimeters. It was, okay, no problem. It was 10 centimeters last scan. Oh, okay. So you're saying that they shrunk? Or Star, let me know. Thank you for this, much appreciated. Yes, thank you guys. And thank you guys for being here. And let's like the live. Let's get more likes in because I have some more stuff to talk about too. And I'm gonna do Q&A for fibroids as well, so y'all stay on. But I just want to let you guys know that, and I see a lot of women that's on there. And let me just say this as well. There's a lot of women that's on their womb healing journey, and what they're letting distract them, they're like on the journey to heal their fibroids, right? They're on the journey. Maybe they've got one of my courses or something like that, but they let their emotions for a man get in their way of healing. So if you're trying to heal your fibroids and you're in a toxic relationship and you're letting a man take you through or a situationship, right? Which is even worse, right? You let a man take you through the ringer, guess what? Those fibroids are not shrinking. You're not going to see results. You're not going to see any real results. You're just not. Because your body, again, that fight or flight mode, that low self-esteem, you cannot be on a fibroid shrinking journey. You cannot be on a journey to better your health, because all this stuff is connected. And then you're letting some man take you, drive you crazy. So you have to pick one. And y'all have to learn how to pick yourselves first. That's what I'm saying. I think it shrunk, but there are 2 small ones. Okay, Star. Congratulations. Hopefully it did shrink. She takes meds from endocrinologists and had PCOS like most women. A lot of women have PCOS and don't even know it. But they're looking for a test to tell them. They don't want to look at the symptoms. It is said that PCOS is from symptoms, not from okay, let me not say, a lot of the tests, they don't diagnose these things until like 10, 20 years later. But women, again, they will have all the symptoms of something, but then like, well, my doctor said my hormone levels are fine. That doesn't make any sense. Because do you understand that your insurance companies put out a certain dollar amount for these tests, and then the doctor's office take their own cut, okay, of that amount. You can do the research, okay, and then what happens there is that you have a very small amount, because the doctor's office has taken their own cut. You have a very small amount for testing. So then that's those low quality tests that you guys literally put your lives on. It's crazy to me. She had hydrocortisone pills for it. I wouldn't even recommend that. We have to get to the root cause of these issues. She has to rebalance her hormones. She had to fix her endocrine system. Okay. And listen, and when you feel, this is why I love the whole process of healing your body, right? Because as you're healing your body, you're also healing your mind. You're also healing you're also healing on many different levels, right? And what you allow in your life is very different than you have. A lot of my clients, they have literally transformed, like literally to the best versions of themselves. It's so important as you're healing your body and as you're in a better state of mind, there's certain things that you're not going to accept. There's certain people that you're not even going to accept. There's certain boundaries that you're going to have up, right? And there's certain people that you're going to also attract into your life as well, because you're taking care of yourself. You're loving on yourself, right? You're not going to attract people, narcissists, people that have narcissistic tendencies, or people that just want to take, when you're loving on yourself. Those people like only are attracted to people that have low self-worth. They're only attracted to people that have low self-worth, okay? Okay, so questions. I don't have cramps anymore. My periods are brighter, and my fibroid has grown 2 centimeters. In a very healthy relationship, just got engaged. Congratulations. Congratulations, Cole. Are you saying that your you don't have cramps anymore, your periods are brighter, but are you saying that your fibroids grew? I'm confused. The doctor told her she stays on the pills. They don't like why she has adrenal insufficiency. I told her doctors don't care. They don't care. They just want to medicate you, cut you open, or give you birth control. That's pretty much it, right? There's no healing. There's only, when you're dealing with doctors and reproductive health and your hormones, there's only, let's suppress the issue. And that's not, that when you suppress the issue, it becomes a bigger issue later on. That's what happens. How do I join your course? So the information, I have different courses, so it depends on let me know what course that, what are you dealing with, so I can give you the name of the course that's gonna suit you, okay? But for fibroids, a course that's amazing is my 12 Steps on How to Shrink Your Fibroids full bundle course. Let me tell you all about my recent client. I had a client take my 6-week intensive, right? And I don't have that available on my site, but we're opening up again on May 1st. So I had, for hormone reset, 6-week intensive. So I had a client take my intensive, right? Womb healing intensive. So she literally, when she first came in, like the first weekend, like she had a horrible cycle that was so bad she had to go to the hospital. Literally, she was bleeding out. And she says these are the periods that she's been having all year. She always has to go to the doctor when she has a period, emergency room, because she's literally bleeding out to the point where she's drained. And I was like, oh my God. So I worked with her for 6 weeks. Do you know she told me, like, we had a Zoom call yesterday. Do you know she told me that and she had her cycle, like, what was it, last week? Her last cycle last week. You know, she told me that it was 2 days, no clots, right? Because before, it was not only was she heavily bleeding, she was also pushing out heavy clots. So last week she had no clots, okay, light period, barely any pain. And I was like, that transformation within them. She was like, I feel so much better. Like, and when she came, she's been through a lot, y'all. This girl has been through so much. I was like, oh my gosh, like I almost shed a tear because I was so happy for her, because I know she's been through a lot, and a lot of emotional stuff as well, a lot with her health. But to see, she was like, I couldn't even believe that was my period. Like the fact that it was so much better, that I've experienced this much in just such a short period of time. Okay, so it's like, that just really made me happy. I had another client that had an 8-day period, and she went down to a 4-day period. Okay, cut her period in half. Okay, so very, I cut meat and implemented fruits and vegetables advice. What do you mean, Cole? Do you mean advice on what exactly? For food? Yeah, I had some, and I have a 21-day womb healing and meal plan for those that are interested in that. If you're looking, trying to get rid of fibroids naturally. Now, remember, it's not only diet. I always say this, it's not only diet. That's why in my programs, in my courses, we cover the hormones, like everything else that is associated with fibroid growth and getting rid of your fibroids. It's not just about shrinking your fibroids. It's all about getting rid of them as well, okay? We're trying to, my thing is, this is not a temporary journey. This is something that you have to be committed to. You want, like, because fibroids are the type of growth that will grow again, or they'll manifest as something else. Like, for example, breast cancer. Because if you have estrogen dominance, yes, your risk for breast cancer is higher. Your risk for uterine cancer is higher. Your risk for cervical cancer is higher. Do you know that you can develop? We only think that HPV can cause abnormal cells in the cervix. No, so can estrogen dominance. Okay. So if you're not on my email list, make sure you're on my email list, because I have a training on estrogen dominance. that all you have to do to get on my email list is click the link in my bio and join the email list. Okay, subscribe. You get a training breaking down estrogen dominance and what that looks like. You have to know this stuff as a woman. That's why a lot of people don't understand their bodies. It's called Free Yourself from Fibroids. Listen, subscribe and watch the trainings, about 30 minutes long. Yeah, I had some large fibroids removed via myomectomy, and 6 months later, I was told they grew back. YOLO, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I want to say that I'm happy that you shared this with us, because people need to, there's women right now that have a myomectomy schedule or a UFE schedule, thinking that that is going to get them relief, not understanding that they grow right back. When you don't get to the root cause of the problem, those things grow right back. Okay, so I'm happy that you're here. I have some clients who work with me who had 2 surgeries in the past, and I'm able to help them. So I'm happy that you're here. Make sure you're following me, you join the email list, okay? Because we don't want you to, listen, we don't want you to go under the knife again. You've already been cut open one time. You don't want to be cut open again. We want to get to the root cause of the problem and get rid of your fibroids, okay, YOLO? Yes, it grew 2 centimeters despite life changes. So, Cole, it's not just, okay, so I did this stuff on fibroids and relationships. It does not mean only relationships affect your fibroids, right? There's so many other things that affect your fibroids, but this is just one thing. So every time I do a topic, right, like if I do a topic about fibroids and like your diet, people would think it's only diet. No, it's just one aspect that affects your fibroids, okay? So if you make sure that you click the link in my bio, look at my courses. If you want to, I have my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. There's a woman that took that course. There's many women that took that course that got results. There's one recently who took it, got it in December. Literally, what was it, last month in May, she told me that her fibroid went from 10 centimeters to 1.5 centimeters. 1.55 centimeters, okay? So she was from Ghana. So check that out if you are wanting to really dive deep on how to get rid of your fibroids. That course is going to help you not only shrink your fibroids, but get rid of them. But you got to be consistent and disciplined, okay? Get that course, okay? Or check it out. Get her course. Yes, thank you, Veronica. Get the courses, y'all. I'm telling y'all, get the courses. They're amazing. And for everybody that's like confused on what to do, what to eat, what to do, everything is there. Everything is there, okay? It gives you the tools. Sorry, I'm new here. Oh, you're new here, okay. Okay, appreciate your advice. Yes, make sure, what is it called again? 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. It includes my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids. Also a bonus step. Also my how to eliminate heavy bleeding training is included. How to cleanse the lymphatic system. How to cleanse your liver. How to, also fibroid free meal plan and a fibroid friendly grocery shopping list. And also foods to avoid during your cycle. That's there, okay? Or for better reproductive health, that's there as well, okay? So all of that is it's a bundle, okay? It's a bundle, a fibroid bundle, 12 steps on shrinking fibroids full bundle course. Check it out. It's $397, well worth it. And we have Klarna and Afterpay as well if you want to utilize that, okay? Make sure you guys are following. If you go to the link in my bio, it's there. You're welcome. You're welcome. And you'll see the reviews. You'll see the amazing reviews and just what I've been able to help women with. Okay, very important. So we don't have to live with fibroids for us to our lives. Ladies, I've been through fibroids myself. Okay, I had them twice about 10 years ago. And since I got rid of them, they've never came back. Since I actually did the work to get to the root cause of my problem, okay, they never came back. If you've seen my before and after picture, a lot of you all will be shocked. Okay, a lot of y'all will be shocked. It doesn't even look like the same person with the same energy. Totally different person, because that's what happens when you have fibroids, right? Our body is deteriorating when we have fibroids, ladies. It's a full body issue. It affects the digestive system, the lymphatic system, your liver, right? Your kidneys, like all these systems, these organs in the body, right? That need to like be healthy for us to be healthy. That's why we have anemia, you're bleeding out. We don't know. We have to stop settling for that type of life. You don't deserve that. And cutting your body open, which is a violation to the womb, but that's a whole other conversation, right? Doing it that way is not going to get you lasting results. You still have estrogen dominance. You still have all these issues with your organs. You still have what caused the fibroids to develop right there. New here, just follow because of health education purposes. Okay, great. Yes, some people just follow me because they want to learn more. Thank you so much. And you know somebody with fibroids, I always say tag them or send them my videos or send them my page, okay? Because they need to know. A lot of women are not able to learn about holistic healing. They don't even know this option is available, okay? They don't even know this option is available. They think that they have to get their uterus cut open. They think that they have to get their uterus taken out in order to see relief, and they don't have to. Because that's not real relief, right? That's not real healing, okay? So you guys have questions on fibroids? I know I've been yapping a lot, okay? If you guys have questions on fibroids, I just want you guys to understand that, listen, like when we have fibroids, there's also deep emotional stuff that comes along with it. Even if we have a happy life, we're engaged, everything's going great, but have you dealt with the stuff in the background? Have you dealt with the childhood stuff? Have you really dealt with it, or is it still there? Okay. What do you have for inflammation? So for inflammation, for inflammation, it's not the same, but how to eliminate heavy cycles actually is good for inflammation. You know why? Because when you have heavy cycles, you have lots of inflammation, especially in the reproductive area. So that course is actually good for anybody that has inflammation. How to eliminate heavy menstrual cycles. So that one would be good. It's only $47. So if you're watching this and you have any inflammation or any issues with your periods at all, I'm a 7-day cycle. I hate it. Oh yeah, you need that course. Oh yeah, you need that. If your cycles are more than 4 days, that's too much bleeding. If you have heavy cycles, you need that course. How to eliminate heavy menstrual cycles. It's $47, and it's something that I include in all my courses, the more expensive ones, but at the same time, that course that's $47 is not always going to be there. I'm telling you this right now. After this week, I've been saying it for a long time, but I mean it. After this week, I'm no longer going to have that on the site because it's only going to be in the other courses that's more expensive. Okay, because a lot of people that who need that course who's been following me, not you, but people that's been following me that need that course still haven't gotten it, and they're like, well, why are you taking it off the site? Well, it's $47, right? And it's literally, women messaged me. I have a testimonial. A woman went from a 7-day cycle to a 4-day cycle. She said even her husband was shocked because a lot of people don't believe in holistic healing, right? But she was like, wow. So now she's like, okay, my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids for bundle course. She wants to take that next, okay? So it's really important that you understand you invest in yourself and you invest in your health as well, okay? These courses are, I'm telling you, they're transformational. When you do the work, okay, they're transformational, okay? I just told y'all about my clients who literally was bleeding out, went from bleeding out. Every cycle she was bleeding out this year, going to the hospital. Her last cycle, 2 days, no clots, like just like light. She was shocked. I almost shed a tear because I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like I could believe it, but I was just like, I was scared for her because it's like her situation was bad and she had other issues as well. She was going through a lot of stuff in the background, but she's doing so much better now in just 6 weeks. In just 6 weeks, okay? Very valuable information. Thank you so much. I drink herbal natural herbs to reduce bloating and cramping. Okay, but you have to get to the root cause of the bloating and cramping. It's fine I love herbs, right? But if we don't get to the root cause of what's creating that bloating and cramping, that's inflammation, right? We have to deal with that. We got to deal with it. Herbs is good when you're doing the work. In conjunction to the work. It's not, if you're just doing it alone and you haven't changed your lifestyle, you're literally just suppressing the issue and it's gonna come back, okay? Curious, do you eat meat now? Absolutely not, girl. I cut out meat a long time ago. Ooh, even before I got the fibroids the second time I cut out meat. I'm actually raw vegan now. It's like I'm on day 41, 42, I can't remember. But I'm not, you don't have to be raw vegan to get rid of fibroids. That's just me. My spiritual journey, okay? That's me. But I've cut out meat a long time ago. How is the emotional healing done? I forgot to even tell you guys something. I'm gonna come back to your question. So the same client that I said that went from bleeding out to having a 2-day cycle, literally within what, 6 weeks. Her next cycle was like 2 days and no bleeding, no clotting. She did my womb healing meditations as well. She said she was a little scared because, you know, some people they don't really like meditations because of they've been, religion and all that stuff. They think it's against a religion. I'm like, I'm Christian too, but hold on the conversation, right? And I get it. If that's not your belief, you don't want to meditate, that's fine. But she said it made her, what comforted her is that it was my voice. So she's there's no other entity, right? It's just me literally helping you through, anxiety, helping you through, self-worth, low self-worth, helping you through trauma, right? It's just me, it's my voice. So she said that really helped her feel lighter. It helped her because a lot of y'all have a lot of, your trauma is buried on an energetic level in that womb. It's right there. And when you got to start lifting that stuff out, you're going to feel so much lighter, okay? So even therapists recommend meditation. Thank you. I think it helps. Absolutely. People have demonized meditation. it's like, I'm like, are we reading the same Bible? Because whatever. I let people do what they want to do. That's fine. You know, I let people do what they want to do. But I just don't understand why everything these days is just, everything's demonic. Like, everything's demonic. Like, I'm just like, where y'all get this stuff from? Because I read the Bible and I don't, like, whatever. People interpret the Bible differently, okay? That's all I have to say. How was your emotional healing done? So, I can't really get too deep in it, but because it's going to take too much time. But what I can say is that you have to understand that emotions are that, and you don't let them rule you. You have to, when something comes up, that's fine. Let it come up. Stop being afraid for things to come up. A lot of people, when they feeling sad or, you know, emotional, or they're thinking about something that happened in the past, or the ex that did them wrong like 10 years ago, they will try to suppress that with food or distract themselves, alcohol, different things, right? Different vices. No, feel that, feel it, and let it move through you. Let it move through, feel it. If you have to cry, cry, that's fine. It's a release. Crying is detoxing, right? It's a release, release that. If you have to journal, journal, right? But don't sit there and suppress it and it's still there. It's still buried inside you, right? There's things that I've released that I've never worried about again. I'm like, where did this emotion come from? And then I feel through it, and then I'm like, I never like think about it again. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. But nobody is letting them. It's hard now. It's very hard. It's very painful. Like, but you have to understand it's a temporary pain, right? That's actually going to contribute to your healing. So much is. You're right. You're absolutely right. So much is held in our wombs and stomach. Absolutely, so much. But hold it, because you guys don't understand what all these cancers, all these digestive issues, all that, these reproductive health issues, right? All that stuff you're holding, you need to get rid of that. You can get rid of that. Get rid of it. You're holding too much, okay? So hopefully that kind of answered your question. Does anybody have any questions about fibroids? Let me do a quick Q&A before we have to go, but I hope that you guys got something from this live. I want to say this as well. I didn't really get into this. When you have fibroids, when you have these long cycles, when you're bleeding out, when you have endometriosis, PCOS, right, or any of these reproductive health issues, and you're married, right, this stuff does affect marriages. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We don't want to think about it, and we're like, well, he just needs to deal with it. But it does. Like, if you're bleeding out, right, if you have these 10-day cycles, right, or if you're always having, you know, these hormonal issues, this bloating, you know, this does affect your mood, right, in different types of ways. And it does affect the people that are around you, that live with you. It does. And that does, people that have fibroids, we don't talk about it, but it does really take a toll on a marriage. I don't like, especially once they start exhibiting symptoms. And 53.7% of women that have fibroids, they have symptoms, daily symptoms. This does affect your sex life, your mood. For ladies that are dating, your dating life, it does. Because there's sometimes you don't even want to go out the house. Okay? How often do you work out? Like every other day. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I want to also reiterate that as well. It does affect marriages and it does affect relationships. It does. Been there, done that. It does. Okay? We like to act like it doesn't. And we want to say, well, they need to deal with that. But they don't understand. Like, it's burley and, girl, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. Is it an herb? What is that, cherry? I know you're in the UK, so, or are you in the UK? I'm not even sure. Or Canada. What is that? But stop worrying. Okay, so no. We don't want to do that. We want to do herbal teas, water, okay, smoothies, or like if you make a juice like yourself, like with actual real fruit and vegetables, if you have a juicer, that's it. Anything other than that, no. You can do roasted dandelion tea for a coffee substitute. I do that, been so good following. Great job, Cherry. I think you got results too, Cherry. Let me know if you got results. What helps promote ovulation? Rebalancing your hormones. If you want a course for that, how to eliminate heavy bleeding, that will also help with ovulation. Rebalancing your hormones. Did you already talk about what herbal tea to drink for fibroids? Yes, I said that. Don't worry about herbs until you actually do the work to get rid of fibroids. Herbs are not going to work to get rid of fibroids unless you do the work. You got to start doing, so if you still have a bad diet, you still have, everything else is still bad, but you're worried about herbs, you got the wrong, you're looking for temporary relief. Herbs, you need to worry about herbs later. I have a 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. Herbs is like the last thing I talk about. Herbs is the last thing, because if you haven't gotten everything else down, forget about herbs. Okay, that should be the last of your worries. Yes, 100%. Fibroid is a bit softer, but waiting for the shrinkage. Yay! So you're not going to be able to know that it's shrinking for sure, until you go to the doctors. However, if it's getting softer, that's a good sign that it's shrinking. And she got I think you got my, what's it, Restore Your Womb course, or you got the 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. The Restore Your Womb course has all the courses included, by the way, just to let you guys know. But, okay, Restore Your Womb course, okay. So, shout out to Cherry. Yes, keep Restore Your Womb. Okay, so keep doing the work, girl. Keep doing the work. I tell you, my courses work, okay. I cannot wait to come back and you say it's shrunk for sure. But it should look like it's shrinking if it's getting soft in your period. You said that your periods were getting better before, so that's good. Now, I have the course. Yes. Okay. Great job, Veronica. Yes. I think you just got it recently. I want to hear results very soon. Okay. When y'all get this courses, y'all go all in, dive all in, and start implementing the main step. Okay. So for women that want to work with me, I'm going to have, and I'm going to announce this probably later, but well, let me announce it now. I'm going to have a 6-week intensive, hormone reset. I'm going to call it hormone reset intensive that starts May 1st. Now, I really won't start, you'll see the website, you'll see the link really on Monday. But for women that are like, look, I know I want to join that, you know, it's going to be in a community as well. You're going to be working with ladies in the community for the 6-week intensive, and those get really good results. It's going to be for women, and if you have fibroids, you need to be worried about your hormones, because that's what's causing the fibroid, right? So hormones, and if you have issues with your cycle, this is going to be amazing. So it's 6 weeks. You're going to have access to my learning platform, all these modules, lessons, you know, of me literally teaching you how to restore hormone balance, to give you all the tools to do it. And then you're going to be in the community. I'm thinking a Facebook group as well with other ladies, and that's also in the 6-week intensive, right? Then you're going to be able to ask questions. I'm going to do lives in there, so you can do Q&A, have Q&A lives, but I'm going to go more in depth, like much more than I do here, right? Because much more than I do here. I'm going to go in depth with answering, and it'll be a smaller group, so I'll be able to, of course, cater to more to your needs. So if you're interested in that and you're like, look, wait a minute, I want to get it on a sale and I don't want to join, it's $7.97. It starts May 1st, but it's not Monday when I put it out, it's not going to be $7.97. I'll tell you that right now. We do have Klarna and Afterpay. So if you're interested, send me a message. It's not even on the site right now. If you're interested, send me a message. You send me your email. I'll give you more information, okay? I have 3 fibroids now, 2. Great job. I used castor oils every night. Okay, so are you sure that it was from castor oils? Because we always hear people come on here and say, I use garlic, I use this, I use random things, right? And then everybody wants to go use it. There's so many women that have used castor oils. I have so many clients that they have said that it didn't do anything. I had clients that literally have said that it actually made their bleeding worse. So with stuff like that, I don't know. What are ways to rebalance your hormones after getting on birth control? So when it comes to rebalancing after getting on birth control, you have to understand when you're on birth control, right? You literally have fed your body with synthetic hormones, right? For a period of time, however long that you were on birth control, your body is off balance, right? So when your body has synthetic hormones, those create toxins in the body. Okay, so not only do you have to rebalance your hormones, you also have to detoxify that birth control to really get your body back in balance, okay? So to really, I would say my Restore Your Womb course goes more in depth about that, but understand that we have to do a lot of cleansing in the body. That's a process, okay? So user 69 will let you guys know. If you want to check out my Restore Your Womb course to help you with that entire process, then because you're gonna have to change like a variety of lifestyle habits, and also diet. Can you get pregnant while having a fibroid? You can, but you don't want to. You can, but it's going to be a high-risk pregnancy. And I just put an email about this early this morning. I said, listen, y'all need to start shrinking those fibroids before getting pregnant. I'm going to do a live about that. Will the 12 steps course help with hormones as well? Yes, it will. Absolutely, it will. It does help with hormones as well. Now, the Restore Your Womb course goes more in depth, but the 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course does help with hormones, absolutely, as well. Can you get, okay, so pregnancy with fibroids, why would you want to? You're dealing with fibroids, you're dealing with estrogen dominance, you're dealing with hormone levels. Again, your body is not healthy when you have fibroids. Your body's not healthy. I understand that. But there's a lot of women too that's having miscarriages that have fibroids, right? So I'm hearing this stuff every day. It's like, why would we want to deliver babies in an unhealthy state if we can help it. Now, there's some women that don't find out they have fibroids until they're pregnant. I get it, right? But women that already know and they're trying to get pregnant, that doesn't make any sense. My recommendation is that you start your fibroid shrinking journey. Start the process of getting the fibroids smaller, get your body healthy, get your hormones in balance, and then get pregnant, right? Don't get pregnant with big old fibroids and hormones are out of whack and then wonder why the pregnancy is just, heck, like there's pain, it's just not even a good experience. Okay, I had 2, possibly 3 miscarriages in the past 5 years. I'm sorry, TikTok made me do it. I'm so sorry. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Star. Can I use HSA for this course? Try it. Try it. I think so. If it's actually a credit card, like on a regular, I think you should be able to. But I think you should be able to. I'm not 100% sure. Sasha, loving the hair today. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so, you should be able to. You should be able to. HSA, you should be able to. Okay, so, does anybody have any other questions before we go? This was a really good live, but I want you guys to understand. I'll have the replay up if I can download it, because sometimes we have issues with downloading lives, but I'll try to download it. Make sure you're on my email list. If you're watching this, you're not on my email list, you're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna miss a lot. We have a lot going on in the next upcoming weeks. You need to watch that training on estrogen dominance. If you've never heard of estrogen dominance and you have fibroids, you have endometriosis, you have heavy bleeding, you have a period that's longer than 4 days, you have cramps, you have all these, you need to know what estrogen dominance is. This is almost at the point where it's becoming deadly for some women. Yes, because women are getting cancers from it, okay? It's not just fibroids you get from estrogen dominance. Can I pay for the course, full payment or small amount? So with the course, we have Klarna and Afterpay. So you could do 1/4 of the payment, but if they approve you now, they don't approve you, sorry, you have to pay the full amount. You could do Klarna and Afterpay. So when you go to checkout, you'll see Klarna, you'll see Afterpay on payment options. You'll see that. So if if you don't have Klarna and Afterpay, it takes like a second to sign up. It doesn't take long to sign up. Okay. What are best tests to request from doctors? None. I talked about testing earlier. None. Because they are very low quality tests. Now, somebody did tell me that if you really want to get real testing, in order for them to really get real authentic lab work, I'm going to be honest with you, they had to go to HIV to get tested for HIV. She did not have HIV, and she knew she did not have HIV. But because she wanted to get advanced testing, that's where she went to finally see what was wrong with her. Now, this is what I say. Your symptoms will always tell you. You don't have why are we so addicted to being tested? Your symptoms, when I say test, I'm not talking about for HIV now and sexually transmitted diseases. I'm talking about for progesterone levels, estrogen levels. I'm talking about that. Because those tests, they're telling them they have fibroids, you're fine, your hormones are fine. That's not true. That's not true. Do the research. That's not true. Okay, these tests in the doctor's office these tests that y'all are getting are very low quality. Why do you think women that have PCOS, endometriosis, they don't find out till 10 years later, 20 years later, some of them, and they've been dealing with the symptoms since they were a teenager? There's 50% of black women are dealing with PCOS. They don't even know it. They don't even know it. I was hoping to get the root cause so I can identify what's wrong. The root cause. So okay. How we can identify, so Cole, do you have fibroids? You probably told me earlier, but it's a few people commenting, so I get confused, right? So let me know what the symptoms are you dealing with. Do you have fibroids? Do you have heavy bleeding? What are we dealing with here? Okay, but the root cause, one of them is estrogen dominance, right? Your progesterone and estrogen levels are off. So you have high estrogen, low progesterone. There's an imbalance. And that's what caused these tumors to occur. Now, high cortisol levels too. So if you've dealt with lots of trauma or stressful situations, stressful relationships or unfulfillment, it gets deep. It's not even just physical, it's also spiritual. Does PCOS go hand in hand with fibroids? Sometimes. So PCOS, a lot of women that have fibroids have PCOS and don't understand it. They don't know it because you can physically see fibroids on an ultrasound. With PCOS, some people have cysts, some people don't, right? So it's a little different with PCOS. It's really a hormonal issue, but someone will have all the symptoms of PCOS, but still don't realize that since they haven't been diagnosed, they're like, oh, I don't have PCOS. Yes, you do. You have all the symptoms. Your symptoms show you, not the test. Your symptoms show you. We got it mixed up. Yes, I do. I do a 12 centimeter now. Just got my MRI results. Okay, good. Yesterday was 10 centimeters. Last year, no cramps. Okay, you don't want to say you. Okay, so you don't want that was. I remember. So you said roots 2 centimeters. We got some work to do. Cole, we got some work to do. Get the course, okay? Get the course. But the root cause again. There's root causes. Now, if I talk to you longer, like with my clients, I can figure out really. But right now, focus on estrogen dominance. That liver is compromised. That digestive system is tore up. Because yes, that happens when you have fibroids. And the fact that your fibroids are growing is showing you something that you got to address. Yes, I do have trauma in the past. Okay. But in therapy, in a healthy relationship. So I love the fact that you're in a healthy relationship, right? That's amazing. I'm so happy that you're in therapy as well. We got to deal with that past stuff. In therapy, we have to add another layer. We got to physically do the work as well. Your therapist should be not just talking about all the trauma you've been through. What can you do now to deal with it? What can we do now to release it? Right? That's how you know you got a good therapist. Yes, we can talk about all this stuff that happened all day long, but what are you doing? What steps are you taking to release this trauma? Even if you're in a healthy relationship, a lot of people are in a healthy relationship, they're still thinking about the past. They still, you got to understand too how to divorce the past. How to divorce the past too. If I'm in a good situation now, why I'm if I'm in my life is happy now, right? Yes, I get it. What we've been through as children kind of always stay with us, right? Because it's imprinted in us. But there's a way where we can transmute it in a way to use it as our power and not as our downfall, okay? There's ways that you use your trauma you can transmute your trauma. Did you know that? Okay? Do you have one-on-one sessions? I don't. No, well, hold on. I do. I do have one-on-one sessions, but this is a big but now. But they're for my Detoxify Your Womb program, and if somebody joins and wants one-on-one, that's a section of my Detoxify Your Womb program. Okay, it's not just a one-time thing. I either work with you one-on-one I do a month or 3 months. It's never just one time I see you. That's it. No, I don't do that. No, because that's not going to give anybody help. That's a waste of time for both of us, and it's a waste of your money. You need, like, if you have fibroids, and you want one-on-one attention, we have to do a month. Okay, it's going to be week to week or 3 months, but you're going to get a lot out of that. If you're getting just me, listen, that's a lot. Those people are able to see shifts earlier than anybody else. That's the highest level. Well, the Detoxify Your Womb program is the highest level to work with me. Okay. But one-on-one is that's another tier up. How much is 3 months? I'll give you, email me. I don't want to email me, okay? Email me. Go to the link in my bio. Email me. It is 4 figures. I'll tell you that right now. I just want to tell you that right now. But email me. Working with me, yes, it's not for everybody, and I have to vet you too before I work with you. I don't take everybody on as a client because my energy, time, a lot of things. I have to know that you're ready, right, for a transformation. I don't take everybody on as clients. Okay. I feel like mine grew up to my ribcage. Kimbo, I don't know if you're new or just coming in. Be sure to follow me. I talk about this all the time. I talk about fibroids all the time. Make sure also too that you're on my email list. If you're not on my email list, click the link in my bio to join my email list. Is that program still open? The Detoxify Your Womb program, is always open. My Detoxify Your Womb program is always open, but I must vet women for that program. Absolutely, it's always open. It's ongoing program, but it's a vetting process for that. On both sides, to know that it's a good fit for you and me, okay? For both of us, okay? So email me. Yeah, email me. I would love to work with you. All right. That's all, folks. Have a wonderful, ladies, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here on live with me. Make sure you're following me, and make sure you also join the link to join my email list. Okay, if you're interested in working with me, send me an email. If you go to the link in my bio, you're going to see like an envelope symbol. That's how you email me. You're also going to see my YouTube channel. That's how you join my YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Okay, you're so welcome. You're so welcome, and I want you guys to come back, join my email list, so you'll know when I'm going live again. Okay, that's when I go live. I do lives a few times a week. Different topics, and my email list knows the topic and the time I go live, okay? Have a beautiful rest of your day. Love you guys, and thank you guys so much for being here. Bye, everybody.